Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai Mac News. Let's kick things off with some really exciting news about Apple's AI roadmap. According to Apple Insider's reporting, Apple is doubling down on its commitment to user privacy as it relaunches its Apple Intelligence and Siri platforms with brand new Apple Foundation models. You remember when Apple Intelligence first launched at WWDC 2024? Well, that hybrid system didn't quite deliver what Apple promised, which led to some delays. But the wait is finally over. Apple is bringing back a true AI strategy. And here's the key thing. It's not sacrificing your privacy for flashy features. Even with Google's involvement in some areas, Apple is maintaining that privacy-first stance that's become part of its DNA. This is shaping up to be a major moment for how Apple approaches artificial intelligence going forward. Now, speaking of major updates, Apple's revamped Siri is finally on its way. And yes, it's been delayed quite a bit. According to 9 to 5 Mac reporting on Bloomberg's Mark Gurman's findings, the new standalone Siri app is expected to debut in beta next month at WWDC 2026. We're talking about a Siri that's been in development for over 2 years, bringing contextual awareness and major intelligence improvements that we first heard about back at WWDC 2024. Here's something really cool. The new Siri app will include an auto-deleting chat history feature, similar to what you get with iMessage. That's another nod to Apple's privacy philosophy. Now, here's the thing. Even when it launches publicly, it's going to carry a beta label, which means Apple is being transparent about the fact that this is still a work in progress. But after waiting this long, Siri fans are definitely ready for this upgrade. Apple's also making a big push to get more people using Genmoji, and they're doing it with some pretty clever automation. According to reporting from 9 to 5 Mac and Apple Insider on Mark Gurman's Power On newsletter, iOS 27 and iPadOS 27 are getting Genmoji suggestions that learn from what you type and what's in your Photos library. Here's how it works. When you're using the software keyboard on Messages or other apps, you'll start seeing Genmoji suggestions pop up based on the phrases you're typing and photos you've saved. It's basically the same concept as emoji suggestions, but way more personalized and creative. The feature is designed to make Genmoji more discoverable and fun, especially since the earlier versions didn't really catch on with users the way Apple hoped. This is a smart move to integrate generative emoji into your everyday messaging experience. Now, if you're thinking about upgrading your Apple Watch this fall, here's what to expect and what not to expect. According to Bloomberg's reporting, which Apple Insider and 9 to 5 Mac covered, the Apple Watch Series 12 probably isn't getting the major overhaul that some fans were hoping for. The hardware will stay pretty much the same as the Series 11, and the software changes will be minimal too. What you will get is at least one new watch face and some performance improvements under the hood. Earlier reports suggested there might be bigger software updates coming, but it looks like Apple is taking a more incremental approach this year. So if you're running a Series 11, there's probably no urgent reason to upgrade just yet. But if you're still on an older model, the Series 11 or 12 would still be solid choices. Quick news alert for all you Spotify users out there. According to 9 to 5 Mac, Spotify recently changed its app icon to a celebratory disco ball design, and not everyone was thrilled with the change. The good news? Spotify has confirmed that this disco ball icon is temporary. The regular Spotify logo will be making its comeback soon. So if you were missing that iconic green circle with the waves, don't worry. It's just a limited-time celebration, whatever Spotify was commemorating. It's always interesting when apps decide to shake things up with temporary icon changes, and this one definitely got people's attention. Alright, let's talk deals. And I mean serious deals. Macworld is reporting that you can grab a lifetime license to Microsoft Office 2024 plus Windows 11 Pro for just $134.97. That's down from $448.99. Think about that for a second. For less than $135, you're getting Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and all the rest, plus Windows 11 Pro, all for life. No subscription fees, no annual payments. This is a one-time purchase that keeps giving. Microsoft ended support for Windows 10 last year and raised prices on Microsoft 365 to nearly $100 a year. So if you've been putting off upgrading your setup, this is the moment. Whether you're a Mac user who needs Office for occasional Windows work, or you're building a Windows machine, this bundle represents incredible value. And finally, Some good news on the financial front for Apple fans. According to Apple Insider, Apple shares just closed at a new record high above $300 for the first time ever. Specifically, shares closed at $300.23 on May 15th, beating the company's previous closing record. This is huge because it shows investors are rewarding Apple's stronger-than-expected earnings, surging services revenue, and that massive $100 billion buyback program. What's really interesting is that this happened despite ongoing criticism about delayed Siri features and questions about hardware growth. Basically, investors looked at Apple's overall financial performance and decided the delayed AI rollout isn't as big a deal as some were worried about. It's a vote of confidence in Apple's business strategy going forward. Finally, in legal news, there's an interesting development in the ongoing battle between Apple and Epic Games. According to Apple Insider, the two companies have agreed on a pre-court schedule to discuss changes in App Store fees for outbound links. This comes after the Supreme Court declined Apple's request to stay on a mandate requiring the two companies to negotiate a new commission rate. Basically, the court is saying Apple and Epic need to work together to figure out new fee structures. Both sides are preparing for more legal action in the coming months, but this negotiation period is important. It represents another chapter in the long-running dispute over how Apple charges developers. Stay tuned for more developments on this one.